A very good afternoon to you all. As in previous lecture, we have discussed some topics related to the nuclear energy. Okay. In the nuclear energy, we have discussed the fundamental forces in the universe as well as some relevant terms of nuclear physics. Now here we will start the very important topic, that is the basics of the nuclear physics. Okay. As this slide shows in front of you, that the basics of nuclear physics. Actually, we want to review a definition of physics once again. The definition of physics says the science which helps to study about the nature and natural phenomena. Okay. Now, now, uh, now I am starting the new topic, that is the basics of nuclear physics. Now, if any type of science that study about the physics, and physics tells about the nature and natural phenomenon science. If the physics is related to the nuclear science, then that physics is known as nuclear physics. I already told you that the relevant concept of nuclear science are evident, are proved with the help of quantum mechanics or quantum physics. Now here you can see the structure of atoms. Basically, in the atoms there are three types of parts. First one is neutron, proton. Neutron protons exist inside the nucleus, and the third part is orbiting electrons. Now, orbiting electrons, why says that why we use the point number two? Well, orbiting electrons says about the something is orbiting around the nucleus. Here, the atom, all the matter is made up of three atoms already discussed to you. And here you can see what I am trying to say. The atoms having some parts. The basic parts are for the atom, the electron, neutron, and proton. And the nucleus having the two important parts, that is neutron and proton. And one part is orbiting around the nucleus. Now here you can see the atoms, the matter is made up of the elements. For example, the baby carbon as well as hydrogen. The smallest part of the element is known as atom. It means with the help of small parts, the elements are taking place. The elements to its existence, when the small parts of atoms are contributed and when they are integrated, then new parts in the form of molecule exist. Now, the atoms of different elements contain different number of protons. Now here, the mass of an atom is almost entirely due to the number of protons as well as neutrons. It means we have to calculate the atomic mass, then the atomic mass may be considered on the behalf of number of protons as well as neutrons. If we have here, this quantity are written. If the atom is X and Z here and A is here, so J represent the atomic number and A represent the atomic weight. Now, what is the mass? Then A represent the number of protons and the number of neutrons. Now you can calculate the number of neutrons. If we subtract the mass number and atomic number in each other, then we get number of neutrons. Now, if the curiosity related to the mind binding energy is arising in your mind, then from this slide you can see the binding energy, the missing energy that keeps the nucleus together. If the nucleus are held together, then definitely energy is behind it, and that energy is known as binding energy of nucleus. concept of binding energy. The binding energy of an atom is energy released as all the constituent particles come together from infinity under both the strong force and the electromotive force. It means कहना ये चाहता है कि बाइंडिंग एनर्जी किसके फॉर्म में होता है, स्ट्रॉन्ग फोर्स के फॉर्म में होता है और एक इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्स होता है. बाइंडिंग एनर्जी इज समथिंग दैट इज लास्ट फ्रॉम द एटॉमिक सिस्टम. Here see, here the atoms, electrons, and this is the nucleus. The opposite way of seeing binding energy is that if binding energy is put into the atom, then there is just enough energy available to split the constituent of atoms apart and get them sent to rest and infinity. इतनी बाइंडिंग एनर्जी मिल जाए कि ये सारे क्या हो जाए, एक दूसरे से अलग हो जाए और ये क्या हो जाएंगे, एक दूसरे से अलग होकर इन्फिनिटी को जाके मिलेंगे. Now a term related to the nuclear science, that is isotope. If the atomic number is same, then those are isotopes. Isotopes. If the atomic weight are same, then those are isobars. Now here, I would like to tell you about the radio decay. During the radioactivity reaction, what happens? Some decay occurs. और ऑलरेडी हम आपको बता सकते हैं कि रेडियो एक्टिविटी होती क्या है. अगर किसी मटेरियल का हाफ लाइफ टाइम 50 ईयर्स है, इसका मतलब ये है कि उसको मटेरियल को अपने आप को स्टेबल बनाने के लिए उसमें आधा टाइम 50 साल में उसको जो है स्पेंड करना पड़ता है. ठीक है, अब 50 साल में उसका क्या होगा, क्वांटिटी उसकी आधी हो जाएगी. इसका मतलब उसका भी अमाउंट आधा हो जाएगा, तब वो स्टेबल हो पाएगा. ठीक, तो ऐसे कई सारी रेडियो एक्टिविटी होती है. ड्यूरिंग दीज रिएक्शंस व्हाट हैपेंस, द रेडियो एक्टिविटी डीके अकर्स. Radioactive decay, also known as nuclear decay or radioactivity. What is the radioactivity? Actually, the radioactivity is the process by which a nucleus of unstable atoms loses energy by emitting particles of ionizing radiation. If we talk about the decay in radioactive phase, the radioactivity processes the following type of decay. First one may be a decay results in the emission of alpha particle. Second one is beta particle, and the third one is gamma particle. See, what is the alpha decay? An alpha decay particle is identical to that of helium nucleus. If it means if we are talking about the alpha decay, then damn sure we are talking about the helium nucleus, because the alpha particle is just similar to the helium nucleus. What does contain? What does alpha particle contains? It contains 2 protons as well as 2 neutrons. Now suppose radium atom, which having the atomic number is 88 and atomic weight is 226. If it decomposes in radon as well as helium, then this helium it's the second product, that is the helium, its nucleus known as the alpha decay, and this new form atom that's known as radon. Now I would like to tell you about the beta decay. Actually, these radioactive decays are in the syllabus, and if the question related to the radioactive decay is arising in an examination, and explain the decays in radioactivity, then how you will explain in a very simple way. You can explain that the radioactivity decay may be described in the following 3 ways. First is alpha decay, second one is beta decay, and another and last one is that is gamma decay. And what happens during the beta decay? Actually, the beta decay is one process that unstable atoms can use to become more stable. there are two types of beta decay, beta minus, beta plus. During beta minus decay, an electron in atom's nucleus turns into proton, and electrons and antineutron. The beta decay here you can see. If the carbon 14 possesses beta minus decay, then what happens? The nitrogen 14 came in the form of product as well as neutrino and electrons are also in the form. While when the beta plus decay takes place, then the carbon 10 goes to boron 10 with neutrino as well as positron. It means in the case of beta minus decay, you got antineutrino as well as electron in the form of in the additional as an additional form with the nitrogen 14 in product. While when the beta plus takes place, then what happens? In the form of product, the neutrino as well as positron takes place with as a product with boron 10. Last decay, that is gamma decay. The question is in examination, then what is the radioactivity decay? Then you will have to explain one by one for 3 points. First point is alpha decay, then gamma beta decay, and then last one is the gamma decay. Then what happens now? See, actually, if I would like to tell you and gamma decay. The gamma decay, gamma rays are not charged particles like alpha and gamma particles. Gamma rays are simply the electromagnetic radiation with high frequency. Already you know what is the electromagnetic radiation? The radiation by the means of electric and magnetic field. That came in existence, that the radiation is known as electromagnetic radiation, and that's having the frequency of higher order. That's why the gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation with a high frequency. When atoms decay by emitting alpha or beta particles, अगर कोई एटम का डिके हो रहा है और अल्फा बीटा पार्टिकल्स का क्या हो रहा है, एमिट हो रहा है, एमिशन, तो वो क्या करता है, एक नया एटम बनाता है और उसका उस एटम का जो न्यूक्लियाई है वो बहुत सारी एनर्जी उसके साथ हो सकती है और कंप्लीटली स्टेबल हो सकता है. दिस एक्सेस एनर्जी इज एमिटेड एज गामा रेज. The activity of radioactive sample is the rate at which atoms. Here you can see if the capital N is the number of atoms present at a time small t, then the activity R, what the heading says actually, heading is the activity of a radioactive sample is the rate at which atoms decay. It means activity says that at which rate the atoms decay. This is a very important topic. Actually, this term is just related for the radioactivity decay. The question is arising in your examination that what is the radioactivity decay. Then you can name first three name alpha, beta, gamma decay, and after that you can explain with the help of 2 or 3 lines for the activity of a radioactive sample. And what is that? That is the rate at which atom decay. Now, if the activity is capital R, then capital R may be defined as the differentiation of capital N with respect to t with a minus sign. And what does minus sign represent? This represents the activity of positive quantity. A SI unit of activity is becquerel. Actually, the unit also can be asked in examination, then the unit is also important for you. Now, 1 becquerel is equal to 1 event per second. Another unit of activity is the Curie, and the Curie may be defined as the 1 Curie is equal to 1 Ci, and and the further it may be formulated with the numerical value that is 3.70 into 10 to the power 10 events per second. And finally, if this value may be manipulated in the giga value, then this 3.7 into 10 to the power 10 events per second will be is converted into the 37 giga value. Now, half-life, what is the half-life? Already told you about the half-life in previous lectures. The half-life is that duration during which the atom uh, loses its half amount and the material or atom got its stability. And this half-life or life may be represented with this formula capital R equal to minus R naught into minus lambda t, where lambda is decay constant. Put in mind what is the lambda? Lambda is decay constant. Each radioactive nuclei has a different decay constant. भाई सारे के सारे जितने भी रेडियो एक्टिव न्यूक्लियाइड होंगे उसके सारे के सारे डीके कांस्टेंट क्या होंगे अलग अलग होंगे. Here you can see if the rate is just half, then what happens? We get the half lifetime. If you have to calculate the value of half lifetime, then it means the value capital R will be just half of the R naught. If you will put capital R equal to R naught by 2, then what happens? R naught by 2 is equal to minus R naught into e to the power minus lambda t by 2. Why we use t1 and t half? Actually, t half is the half lifetime, in which R naught becomes R naught by 2. And then we got the formula lambda equals 2 upon t to the power half. T half, sorry, not t to the power t half. And further, if you replace the term ln, then lambda equal to 0.693 upon 2. Because the L value, the numerical value 0.693, it means the lambda is equal to 0.693 upon t half is the formula for the half lifetime. Okay. This is the very important formula. You can put your mind for it. Now, further slide we got. Let us see. Fundamental forces are being discussed here. If we talk about the summary, then the radioactive decay. Teachers note. Here you can see some assessment regarding this. And further, I will ask. Here the nuclear decay. I will told you. We will discuss this. Here you can see the isotopy. Alpha minus beta plus gamma decay. In a nuclear reaction, mass and atomic number must be same on the position with the equation. क्या कह रहा है न्यूक्लियर इक्वेशन में न्यूक्लियर रिएक्शन में मास और एटॉमिक नंबर जो है दोनों तरफ सेम होना चाहिए. If that are not same, then the reaction is not feasible. Alpha decay already told you. But here, if I want to, if I ask you and explain the type of reaction for the significance of alpha decay. Alpha decay means the losses of helium nucleus. If these atoms having the atomic number is Z and the atomic weight is capital N, then what happens? It converts into this form and this losses in the particle that is helium nucleus. It means the R law symbolically representation given by these reactions is totally clear because if the alpha particles helium nucleus are losing then that type of decay is known as alpha decay. Now I think the session is going to finish. Now I want to conclude and in the next lecture we will continue the new topic related to the nuclear physics, nuclear energy, and I think if any type of query arises in doubts, and I assure you that I will answer for those questions, whatever you running in your mind. Okay, thank you.